Hey, this is Kirk Nugent. In 2012, we're in 2014 right now, but in 2012, I never really spoke about this before. I was going through a really rough time in my life. I was really depressed, really hopeless. My life wasn't working, and I just felt like nothing in my life was working, and I had no reason to go on. I was just tired and pretty much hopeless. So I left in the summer of 2012, and I went to Newark, New Jersey. And I started working with a group of young men and women who they were pretty much in the same boat, not really sure where they're going in their life. Newark is a really crime-infested and gang-infested area. And as the weeks went by and I worked with them more and more, they became more hopeful. They started their own business. It was a really positive experience. And it gave me the courage and the hope to move on and go to this festival that I was doing in Australia called the Uplift Festival. When I went to Australia in December of 2012, I experienced so much love there. It was a festival where it was so much unconditional love, and I've never experienced that type of unconditional love before in my life, with the exception of the birth of my son. So we were charged in Australia, how can we take this energy of unconditional love and go back into the world and infuse the world with it, as opposed to coming together once per year and just in this feel-good ceremony. So I decided I want to do a project called the Uplift the City, Uplift the City, and I'm here in Naples. Naples is extremely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful cities in America as far as I'm concerned. Crime rate is very low, and just life is good here. I came from Australia and wanted to start Uplift the City program here, but it didn't resonate with my spirit because I would just be doing something maybe for my own ego, I guess, because I'm not really serving anyone. So I decided, starting May 1st, I'm leaving Naples, beautiful Naples, and I'm going to Newark, New Jersey. And I'm going to work with 10 young men and women. And because Newark right now, they're dealing with gang violence, they're dealing with the Bloods and the Crips, and people are killing each other. Young men are killing other young people because of a gang initiation to get involved in this gang. And I'm thinking, no one ever stopped and gave these kids another way out. They never gave them a route, because again, when they're born in Newark and they get involved in these criminal activities, or just in activities that doesn't lead to their greatness, the system, there's a prison system that's waiting to lock them up, waiting to give them 30, 40, 50 years and use them as slave labor. And no one ever showed them another way out. Now, you look at young men and women who are doing drugs or selling drugs or getting involved in any illegal activity. They're still brilliant business people. If you gave them an opportunity to take those ideas to, okay, I have to get product, I have to get my stock, I have to get more stock, I have to find clientele, I have to expand my market, so I need to take over this block and this turf. If someone came and gave them some legitimate training and showed them how they could take these ideas and put it someplace useful, I want to teach these young men and women the ideas that I learned from Dave Sharp and Dave Wood and Empower Network, from Jim Rohn, from Les Brown, from Napoleon Hill, all these books that I've been reading, T. Harv Eker, Robert Kiyosaki. I want to go and show them how this could really change their life and take them to the next level. The other thing is, we want to get them out of the idea of being victims. I don't want, not that I don't want, but I believe if we can show someone that they're in charge of their life, they're in charge of their future, they're in charge of their destiny, then it doesn't matter the environment that they're born in, the environment that they happen to be in, we could give them a way out. So with Uplift the City, what I'm looking to do is to make a documentary of the journey of these 10 young people that we're going to go in there and give them a renewing of the mind. There's a scripture that says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by renewing of the mind. So we want to give them some new information, renew their mind, give them some strategy, have some entrepreneurs come in and work with them to teach them how to be successful in something as simple as affiliate marketing, to do something where they can create a viable income. Because again, it's very difficult to get from the survival mode, if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, from survival to self-actualization. So you want to give them some tools, and that's what we're doing. So Uplift the City, what I'm doing with this project is, one, I'm going to make a documentary. I'll document everything that I'm doing, so you'll see the transformation in these young men. At the end of the program, we want to take them to Australia. We also want to have them commit to taking, when we're done with them, to go out back into their individual city and find 10 other young people and do the exact same thing. Give them the same training, and we'll be there to support them. So in a year, I'll have 10 young men and women that I'm working with. In 2 years, they'll have 10 working with 10, so that's 100. In 3 years, 1,000. In 4 years, 10,000. In 5 years, 100,000. So the goal is, we're going to positively affect the life of 100,000 young men and women in these inner cities, and just give them a roadmap out, a blueprint basically to a better future, a better life, and show them that they're not really trapped. Their environment doesn't have to be their excuse to going down a negative path. Their environment doesn't have to be an excuse to go into prison, to go into jail. And we as a planet, we as a community, we as a world can change all of that if we came together and unite and do our part, whatever we can do to make this thing work. So that's my goal. I'm going to ask you, if you're seeing this video, support the Uplift Project. If you can't support it financially, then support it just by endorsing it and spread it to your network. Share it on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you can share it. Share the idea, share the message, because in a year from now, you'll see the document, you'll see these young kids going to Australia, and you'll see the difference that we can make. So again, my name is Kirk Nugent. The website is kirknugent.com, and you'll see more about us as we go along every week. Thank you.